Hey everybody! Today we're going to talk about how to take information from the biome's linktivity and put it into your own words to do your writing in your flipbook. Remember that a biome is a large ecosystem that has its own kinds of plants, animals, and climate. The word climate is another word for the typical weather that a given region experiences. So in our flipbook, we're going to be teaching a reader about plants, animals, and weather conditions that experience in the taiga. If you haven't already done the linktivity posted in the Monday and Tuesday folder for this week, you need to stop this video now and go do that before you move any further. Okay, so let's begin by setting a purpose for our writing by taking a look at the page of information we're going to need to do about the taiga. I can see that on here I'm going to have to provide a definition of what the taiga is, include some quick facts about the taiga, so that might be a good place to include like plants and animals or weather conditions. And then down here I have space for 3 pictures with a caption, and the only criteria for the picture is that it has to teach my reader something about the taiga. If you're doing the digital version of the project, you can get your pictures by doing a Google image search, and I'll address how to do that safely in another video. If you're doing the paper and pencil version of the project, then you're going to be drawing your own pictures. Either way, you are required to include a caption. Your caption should be a complete sentence that explains the content of your photo or picture. Okay, so now let's talk about how to put this information into your own words. This is something that a lot of us have a hard time with. I always think the easiest way to do this is to make yourself a simple T-chart and use the T-chart to take notes. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to read a couple of sentences from the text. I'm going to record just the most important vocabulary words related to the topic. Then, without looking at what the text says, I'm going to use the vocabulary words I wrote down to write my own sentence. So here's what that would look like. Taiga forests are endangered due to logging by humans. The trees are being cut down for lumber. So the vocabulary words that I want to pay attention to in that sentence are the ones that specifically teach me something about the taiga. It seems like the most important words in those sentences are the ones that talk about the trees being endangered. Humans are cutting down the trees for lumber. So now I'm going to make it so that I can't see that sentence anymore, and I'm going to write my own sentence using just these 3 words that I wrote down. So I have to think about how I want to teach my reader about the danger that the taiga forests are facing. Okay, so here's my sentence. The taiga forest is endangered because humans are cutting down the trees for lumber. So that way I was able to write my own sentence. It's meaningful and teaches something about the taiga, but I didn't copy somebody else's work. Okay, so now that I've written my sentence, I just need to decide where I'm going to put it. I can either put it as a caption to go with one of my pictures, or I can put it in the quick fact area. Okay, so where you put the information, whoops, didn't mean to do that. Where you put the information is really up to you. Of course, if you are doing this digitally, you would just type your sentence in the caption area and add a picture to go with it. If you're doing it paper pencil, then you'd write it by hand. Okay, now I still need to do my definition and then just finish up the rest of the blank spots. So for each of these sections, just use that same strategy. Make yourself a T-chart, record important words from what you've read, and then write it in your own words. Let me know if you have any questions.